Storm Team 4's Maria LaRosa has a look at our forecast, Maria. So what do we have? This is the run-up day.
This is, yeah, it's the run-up week, actually.
It's the run-up
going to
week.
take a little time. This is not going to be a heat blast or anything, but we're talking about the Chicago Marathon and the heat. They're in the 70s
they
right
had a
now.
hard time, yeah.
Their current temperature.
Imagine running a marathon in the 80s in October.
I know. So we have that headed our way. Right now, it's this actually wouldn't be too bad if these were daytime highs. So we're definitely a little out of whack still, but I want to show you the big picture, mainly because of that. We have that system that affected us with the clouds and the showers during the weekend, still kind of hanging close enough that we still have a lot of that low cloudiness. 62 currently at Central Park, 64 in Islip, 58 in Poughkeepsie, Sussex at 59 degrees. So clouds and sun through the late morning, some sunshine really breaking out, especially this afternoon, and especially north and around the city, Central and South Jersey. I think you hang on to the clouds a little bit longer. 71 degrees by 4 o'clock. All right, Lauren, how are things looking?
Things are looking pretty good for
Darlene Rodriguez, because she has always been a Daniel Craig supporter.
Yeah.
I've been a purist, Sean Connery.
Right.
But I think Daniel
Finally,
done a good job.
You've come over to the other side. Yes.
To Spectre, where Darlene runs Spectre.
That's where she stopped.
Exactly.
The evil empire.
That's right, as he knows. What's going on, Maria?
All right. You know, I thought of a good visual to show you what we're going to be dealing with this week. And it's a current temperature map because we were cool and sort of socked in with clouds and the showers. That kept us in the 60s. Look at the surge, though, headed up into the Great Lakes. We were talking about the Chicago Marathon in the 70s right now. But you see all the blue, Sioux City now dropping into the 40s. So we've got some cold air. It's just being held up. The strong system trying to work through. We're out ahead of it. So our trend for sure is that warming up. Eventually we'll get out of the clouds too. It's just going to take a little bit longer. Temperatures now in the low 60s in the city, 64 in Islip. You may be getting a little bit of drizzle out there with some of that low cloudiness, 57 in Poughkeepsie. Along with that northeast flow today, again, still in that 10 to 15 mile per hour range. We have concerns with the high tides and some coastal flooding. So from the Jersey Shore in and around the city, some of those susceptible areas, Brooklyn, Queens, Nassau County, parts of Westchester, and coastal Connecticut in that as well. So keep that in mind the next couple of high tide cycles today. Otherwise, again, kind of socked in with some of the gray skies now. The view from EarthCam, we're headed up to 71, so we will get a little bit of a rebound temperature-wise. Northeast winds, though, 10 to 15 miles per hour, ease up just a bit tonight, down to 61, and will be a little bit warmer tomorrow. But because we still have an east flow, you can see with the hour-by-hour forecast, there may be a passing light shower from time to time with that east flow and the low clouds, especially across Central and South Jersey. But otherwise, we're working our way towards mostly sunny skies and that warmer weather, certainly compared to average this time of year.
So it's looking at your ride to work on this Monday morning, and Maria LaRosa has the weather for us. So we're going to talk about that warmer weather in a bit, though.
We are. We have a little bit more to get through with what we've had to deal with this weekend. Let me show you one visual of that. Let's take you to Seaside Park, Seaside Heights, and you can see that of course, boardwalk is wet, but it's windy, and there's a little bit of this drizzle, so pretty kind of nasty right now. That's the view from EarthCam. What we're not seeing, though, is a ton of it showing up on radar. So that says to me that east flow, keeping the low cloudiness and that drizzle around. So you may be seeing that, too, for Suffolk County as well. 59 right now in White Plains, 63 in Merrick, and as well as in the city. Eventually, some of the clouds will break up. It's give it a little bit more time for the afternoon and midday. We've got 71 degrees by 4 p.m., partly cloudy skies, still in the mid-60s by 10 o'clock. All right, Lauren, how are things looking?
Traffic generally.
And still looking at less than perfect conditions. This is the view looking into Nassau County and Lake Success. Cameras wobbling a little bit. Still that northeast wind keeping the low clouds and some drizzle out there in some spots. So it will be mild for October and eventually just straight up mild back into the low 70s as we try to break out into some sunshine later today, and then 66 degrees by 10 o'clock. So along with that northeast flow, coastal flooding still a concern. We are on track for a warm up this week, ending up feeling like summer by Friday, but it's definitely going to be a return to fall after the weekend. I'll show you those temps in the 10-day forecast.
Yeah, absolutely. That's got to be a dream come true to actually do what you had been pretending to do all of those years.
Wait, you mean he's not actually doing that? No beaming up.
No, I think, yeah, he's going to beam up.
Yeah, exactly. But it's good they held off for the lift off tomorrow because it is going to be pretty nasty. We've got gusts over 40 miles per hour expected there, not from this system, but this one in the making. It's going to be a big snow and wind maker for the Rockies and, of course, West Texas, and it'll eventually get us back to October after a little bout of summer this week. So let's start with what's in store for today. We are still dealing with, believe it or not, some of the after effects of our weekend weather. Just some light green, but you can see the flow even on the radar, picking up the light drizzle from parts of Long Island, but also from Monmouth and Ocean County right now. Looks nasty via EarthCam in Seaside Heights. The boardwalk is wet. There's wind. You can see the umbrellas blowing. So we still have that east flow. And unfortunately, that does mean another day where coastal flooding is going to be an issue. We have some warnings for the Jersey Shore, some advisories in and around the city, Brooklyn, Queens, Nassau County, coastal Connecticut, and Westchester County. So if you were seeing some high water during times of high tide over the weekend, the next couple of cycles today, you could see a little bit of flooding again. Out the door, it's cool, but haven't budged much from highs yesterday in the 60s. 63 right now in the city, 62 in Bridgeport. We will manage to get about 71 today, and I think especially north of Central and South Jersey, we'll get some breaks in that overcast. 71 degrees for the high, and then 61 degrees overnight tonight. We'll see the winds ease a bit, but we're still in that east flow even tomorrow. So it's going to be tough to really get these clouds out of here even tomorrow afternoon, but I think better for Wednesday afternoon. And at that point, we're going to be talking about high temperatures in the mid 70s. Better than that on